Hello, Michelle. How's it going today? Happy Saturday.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy Saturday to you too. I love these Saturday episodes. Guys, you're going to the gym or you're relaxing, you're on your way to a brunch. Thank you for spending your Saturday with us.
I know. Well, it's not only a Saturday, but it's also a summer Saturday, which is
Oh,
the
the
best
best.
kind of
Yep.
Saturday. So I hope our listeners are out there enjoying life and taking all ears English along. But Michelle, do you tend to get excited for your birthday? Tell me about it. Yes.
Yes and no, because my birthday is around the new year. So I always get it's at the end of this December, and I always
Yeah.
it just kind of gets squished in
Oh,
with other holidays, and so I
yes.
don't know. I don't really think about it too much. But what about
Oh.
you?
100%. So this is a massive connection topic. I I have to say I have a pretty darn awesome birthday. Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't think it was so great because all the kids were
On
we
vacation,
weren't in
maybe.
school. So
Yeah,
I didn't get the cupcakes and the
yeah,
singing
yeah.
from my classmates, but as an
Same.
adult, I mean my birthday's August 3rd and you too, right? You had the
So winter
holiday
break. I'm
break.
December 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
December you're right between
Christmas
Christmas
and
and
New
New Year
Year.
and the holidays and New Year's. And this is a massive connection topic. And it
Yeah.
often tends, for me, it tends to lead into like just last week, I was getting my blood drawn for some blood tests. And I connected with the lady drawing my blood because she is a Leo, but a very early Leo, late
Oh.
July. And she said,
Mhm.
"Isn't it awesome when our birthday is? Didn't you hate it when you were a kid because no one sang to you in school? But now isn't it amazing as
Mhm.
an adult?" And then we started talking about being Leos and it just blew up as this incredible connection moment. Meanwhile, my blood's getting drawn and all these things.
That's so funny. Well, it's a good distraction.
It's so I'm so excited for this summer series, Michelle. It sounds like
Yeah.
this is what we're going to get into.
Yeah. We are here, guys, for this brand new summer series about birthdays. And yeah, I remember last summer, Lindsay, I texted you an entire month before. Remember that? I was so proud of myself too. I thought I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you were
text
good. Yeah.
Lindsay and
Yeah.
oh, I get it's your birthday, isn't it? And then I was a month early. So, but
Yeah, and I
now
was
I
like
know it.
but I appreciated the thought and I was like, "Just come back in a month,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
okay." You were
Whoops.
early bird on that,
Early
right?
bird. That's right. Exactly, exactly. Well, do you know anybody who has some people say, "Oh, it's my birthday month," and they make a
Yes.
huge deal out of it. It's their whole birthday month and it's a big
Yes.
celebration. Are you like that, or do you know anyone who does that?
I do know people that do that. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I just think because my birthday falls in August is just a great month in general. It's a
Summer
sandals,
and
beach
yeah.
month, barbecue. It's
Yeah.
just a great month. So it doesn't have to be my birthday month. I just enjoy it. July, August, these are great months of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are
Definitely.
people who do that for sure. And this is what we're getting into. So let's let our listeners know about this summer series, Michelle. What
Yes.
are we doing in the next month or so?
Well, we're talking all things birthdays. I mean, you even mentioned, I don't know if we should give it away, one of the topics that we're gonna be
Yeah.
covering. But
Yeah.
this is I mean, guys, we don't just have the All Ears English podcast. We
That's
also
right.
have business English and we have IELTS, and we are going to do 4-part series about birthdays. So part 1 is going to be here. This is part 1. Hello, how are
Mhm.
you? Part
Mhm.
2, we're gonna head over to our business English podcast. Guys, if you are preparing for something in the business world, if you are working and and you use English, if you're looking for a job, this business English podcast is great. But don't think that this is an episode over there that's only for people who are in the business world. Business English can help you with your regular English and your real life. So definitely wait. We're going to be doing next week part 2
Mhm.
about birthdays over on the Business English podcast. And then what happens, Lindsay?
Oh my gosh. Then we come back to All Ears English for the next
Well,
episode in the series. And again, these are all distinct and different episodes.
yeah.
I gave a hint into two of the topics, right?
Mhm,
Sharing a birthday and sharing a zodiac sign, talking about
mhm.
zodiac signs, very common. So the third episode in this series this month will be on back here on All Ears English. So make sure you're hitting follow. You're following the show. And then part 4 will be over with Aubrey and Jessica on the IELTS Energy podcast. So you want to go over there now and hit follow there too, guys. I wonder what they're going to do over there
Yeah.
around this topic. It's a mystery,
It
Michelle. It's a
is
big
a
mystery.
mystery. It is a mystery. They've told me some of their ideas, so, I'm not
Yes.
gonna give it away though, but definitely, guys, to get ready for this series, you gotta hit follow on All Ears English, Business English, and IELTS so that you don't miss any of them and it just slips through the cracks, and then you think, "Oh,
Yeah.
no, where'd it go?" Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah.
forget about it, guys. This is good stuff. Even if you're not in the business English world, even if you're not doing IELTS, there's something for everybody that you can use.
Yeah, complete that loop. Complete the series of the 4 episodes in our summer series in the month of July and follow all 3 shows. But Michelle, it's all about our listeners. That's why I was super excited to share an email from a listener where there was a request for a special shout out to a
Yes.
very special listener, Michelle.
Yes. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Yes, this is very exciting. We got this really sweet message from a listener. Lindsay, do you want to tell us about it and what did he want us to do?
Yeah, so Andres
Mhm.
Burgos Bravo from Bogota, Colombia, is one of our longtime, amazing, loyal listeners. And he listens to the show with his daughter, Isabella Burgos.
Mhm. Mhm.
And they listen together. And it's
Aw.
so cool, Michelle, for me to think about our listeners listening with their families,
Yeah,
with new generations of all our English listeners who believe in our motto, our belief of connection being the most important thing when it comes to learning English. We learn to connect as human beings, right?
definitely. Yes,
So
this is great. So yeah, we wanted to give a shout out to Isabella and her
yes.
classmates at the St. George School, and then also, of course, to her father for sending us this message, her father, Andres. So
Yes.
thank you everyone for listening. You guys are incredible, and thank you for that message. It really made our day.
Amazing. Thank you. All right, Michelle, let's dive into the series. So I am
Okay.
excited. Where do we
All right.
start today? Mhm.
So, part 1. Okay, Lindsay,
Yes.
have you ever met anyone who shares your birthday?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I love when this happens.
Mhm.
I love
Yeah.
it. It's so cool because for some reason I think we think we're the only ones that have that date.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I think Obama's birthday is like 2 or 3 days after mine. So that's kind of
Ah.
cool.
Oh, wow, 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 that is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Lindsay, we've talked on this show before about somebody sharing your
Yes.
name and
Mhm.
how to navigate that conversation and how to connect with somebody over that, but today we're gonna get into birthdays, but I feel even though it seems like it would be more rare to meet somebody with your name, it's actually, I feel, very uncommon to meet somebody with your birthday, but it does happen.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and so today we're going to talk about when you're inquiring about people's birthdays, because a lot of times just for an example in my life, if I'm talking to a parent at the park and
Yeah.
they say, "Oh, their child has their birthday coming up in April," and let's say I have a relative with a birthday in April, or my birthday is in April, I
Yeah.
might like that person might just say, "Oh, in April," and if that birthday means something to you, if that month means something to you or your family,
Yeah.
it's kind of fun to see, okay, oh, when is it? So you might ask them for
Yeah.
more information. Maybe somebody shares your birthday
Yeah.
or somebody's the birthday of someone you know. So what do you
Mhm.
think about this, Lindsay?
Yeah, I think you're totally right. And this is a fantastic idea for a series because there is some kind of camaraderie that we find similar to the name, but maybe
Yeah.
even stronger because it is more rare, or at least in my experience. It's probably happened 2, 3, 4 times in my life that I've found
Mhm.
someone that has August 3rd. Maybe one of our listeners has that
Mm.
day. But you do feel this sense of, whoa, something's going on with us, right? We're connected
Right.
in a way.
Right. And even if it's not exactly the date, it's still fun to, test the waters. Oh, maybe it's the same date of somebody I know, or maybe
Yeah.
it's the like, "Oh, my brother's birthday is in February." If somebody says, "Oh, my birthday's in February," I might say, "Oh, February what?" Just out of
Yeah.
curiosity, to see if you find a match. And even if it's close, it's still kind of fun. But I find that this conversation comes up a lot actually when a
Yeah.
birthday comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that kids talk about birthdays, like when's your birthday, but it's not just kids that have this
No.
conversation. It's adults. We all want to know ways in which we connect with people that are unexpected. I think it comes back to our minds as human beings. How do we connect? How do we fit in
Mhm.
And having the same birthday is a big deal in a sense. It's fun to discover this, you know?
Mhm. Definitely. So let's talk about how this conversation may go and give some ways to also contribute to the conversation.
Okay.
So let's get started here. So the simple way is if it comes up, just ask. So you could just say, "When's your birthday?" Right? That's
Right,
the
right.
that's the easiest. If somebody said, for example, imagine you were talking to somebody and let's say that it's the second week of July and the person says, "Oh yeah, I was last week I went my friends threw me a surprise birthday party." Wouldn't you kind of want to know?
Sure, of course.
Maybe you
Yep.
have the same birthday? Yeah.
It's also just a way
August.
to
I'm sorry, I did it again.
what
August.
did you do? August. What
I said the second week of July.
oh,
I
you're
meant
talking to me?
August.
Oh.
Yes, about your birthday.
It's okay, Michelle, I don't take it personally.
It's because you love July 4th so much. That's what it is.
That's
So
right. You
I
get it
just think of
confused.
that as being your birthday.
Just July and August. Somewhere in that range is my birthday. You don't need to know the exact date, it's okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I also think, on this show, we talk a lot about how do we extend the conversation. I
Yeah.
think a big fear we might have is, "Oh my gosh, I don't know any follow-up questions to ask." This
Right.
is it. "Oh, we had a birthday party last weekend. Oh, when's your birthday?"
Right. Right. Even
Mhm.
if you aren't necessarily looking to connect over a specific birthday, it's still fun to say, "Oh, when is it?" And then you never know where it's gonna go from there.
You got it. This is just something to say to keep the conversation going. So,
Mhm.
what else, Michelle? Where do we go?
Okay. So let's say the person says their birthday or someone's birthday is in a month that's meaningful to you. You have a birthday then, you know someone your parents have a birthday
Mhm.
then, whatever it is. So you might say, "Oh, the month," and then say, "What?" Just easy like that. So for
Okay.
example, you could say, "Oh, October what?"
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's kind of interesting because we can't say October when, but we can
Right.
say October
October
what,
what?
meaning which date in October is your birthday, right?
Right, right.
Um,
And we do that a lot just with dates in general. We say, "Oh, I have I'm going on vacation starting the second week in August." "Oh, okay. Oh, wait, August what?" Right? We do that a lot
yeah.
with dates in general.
And we do that with names too, don't we? When we're looking for someone's last
Mm.
name,
Mhm.
it's John, won't we say John what, like, for the last name?
Yeah,
Now I'm
yeah.
forgetting what we say. We do. Okay, that'll be another episode
I
for
think
another
so.
day.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
day. But yeah, so using this what is actually kind of a high level function here,
Mhm,
guys,
mhm,
that works
mhm,
at least for today's episode. Just remember it's for dates, right? October what? October 12th, right?
mhm, mhm,
Or you
mhm,
could also say when in October or when in
mhm.
December, right?
Right. So when in and then the month. But yeah, you wouldn't say it is interesting. You wouldn't say October when, but you could
Right.
say when in October.
That's weird. That's weird. We don't make the rules. We just
Yep.
explain them. We
Yeah.
try to.
Or what's another way you could ask? Just a simple way.
Oh, what date? What date?
Mhm.
And that one feels less natural, but it makes sense, you know?
Mhm. Mhm.
That one's great. And then, Michelle,
Mhm.
what's the next category? What's the next situation?
Okay. So the person tells you, and let's say it's the same. Okay. Oh my
Yay!
gosh, wow,
A
we found a
connection
connection. We
moment.
have a match. Okay.
Yeah.
So you could say, "Oh, that's blank's birthday." So you could say, "Oh, that's my sister's birthday," or "Oh, that's my birthday too." Right? "Oh,
Yeah.
that's blank's birthday."
Right. And I don't think you need to fake excitement when this happens because I
No.
think most people are just excited.
Yeah.
It's just one of those cool moments in life. Like I said, my people are like, "Oh no, I own that date. No one else." There's millions of people, or maybe not millions, but thousands of people in the world that share that date, right? And then some people say twins,
Yeah,
right?
right. If it is the same day, you would only say that for if it's about you and the other person or somebody who's there. Maybe like if I'm at the park with my daughter and there's another person there and they have the same birthday and I might say, "Oh, twins," right? So it has to be somebody who's really in
Right.
the place, I think.
And that's also kind of like a cute thing. If if that doesn't feel right in the workplace, for example,
Right.
you could easily end up having this conversation in your break room at work or at a happy
Yeah.
hour at work or something. But if that twins doesn't feel like it's a little cutesy. It's a
Right.
do you know what I
Right.
mean? It's a little juvenile. So if it doesn't feel right, don't use it. Okay,
Right.
that's the key. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Good point, Lindsay. Good
Okay.
point. So now, but most likely the person will tell you, and it's not going to be the same, right? It's
Yeah,
more common that that would have. So that would happen. So you could
yeah.
say, oh, blank the blank, right? So just sorry, that doesn't that
Blank the
sounds
blank, blank the
blank the
blank,
blank,
blank.
blank, blank,
That'll
blank,
be the
blank,
title of today's episode,
blank the
Michelle.
blank.
Blank the
Okay.
blank.
All right, here we go. For example, you could say, "Oh, I'm the 13th," right? So somebody says, "Oh, like it would be a little bit awkward if somebody said, "Oh, my birthday is June 2nd," and your birthday is, June 11th, and you just
Uh-huh.
say, "Oh, okay." Right? You would
Right.
June 2nd. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
actually.
it would be
Then it
weird.
sounds weird. Why were you asking?
Mm.
Why were so you would want to
Yeah.
share, "Oh, I'm the 13th," or, "Oh,
Yes.
my brother is the 4th," or something like that.
Exactly. Close that conversation loop, show them why you were
Yeah.
asking, why you were excited to know, and then move on, right? Don't be weird and, like, leave a hanging thread in a
Right.
conversation. That can feel very awkward for people,
Right.
for
Right, right,
sure.
right,
Yeah.
right.
All right, Michelle, I am excited we're running out of time, but do we think we have time for the role play, or do we wanna choose
Well,
one of these? What do you say? How
what
about one of them?
you wanna choose one? Okay, let's do
Yeah,
the
let's
second.
choose one.
Let's do the second one.
Okay, we're in the workplace in this case. And here we go. I'm
Okay.
ready.
All right.
Yes.
I'm taking off for my birthday. I'm so excited.
When's your birthday?
July
Oh, wow. July what?
the 18th.
Oh, that's my mom's birthday.
Oh, wow.
See, that's nice. That's this happens all the time. And we've shown you guys, let's just go back through it real quick, Michelle. You said, "Oh, I'm taking off for my birthday. I'm so excited." I said,
Mhm. You said, "When's your birthday?"
and what is the contraction there? It's when
When?
is.
Yeah.
When is your birthday, right? And you
Right, right.
said July, and so now you're it's actually not a bad idea to go broad when you answer that, right?
Mhm.
July.
Right,
You don't always if someone asks you that, you don't always have to say the exact date, and you
right.
definitely don't have to say the year. That's another conversation
Right, yeah,
for another day.
that is another conversation. And then, you said, J "Oh, wow, July what?" Because now you hear a month that's meaningful to you, and so
Mhm.
you're kinda curious, maybe it's the same date.
Yes, I love it. "Oh, July what?" And then you said the 18th, and then you said, "Oh, that's my mom's birthday." Right?
Mhm.
And then you're gonna say that with a sense of, I don't know, a positive energy, probably, right?
Yeah, yeah, a little enthusiasm. You wouldn't wanna say, "Oh, yeah, that's my mom's birthday." Right, no, you had, "Oh!"
Yeah. You do feel a sense of affinity. You feel closer to the person, even if they share a birthday with a family member. If you're close
Yeah,
to that family member,
yeah.
it's just how we're wired as human beings, you
Yeah,
know?
it's true. It's kinda funny, but it's true.
It's funny. Yeah, it's really interesting. And that's what we're interested here in All Ears English. How do we find those connection moments and then use English to build that connection even further instead of getting upset, feeling like a perfectionist and
Right.
focusing on our errors, right?
Right, right. And of course, I mean, especially if your birthday comes at an interesting time of the month, right? Like, so my birthday being December 30th. Oh, my mom's birthday is December 30th. Oh, do you ever get to celebrate your birthday really, or does it just get
Yeah,
smushed in with a holiday? Right. Then you
that's
can
big.
continue the conversation.
Yeah, and we may come back into this topic, like, so it's not just about, "Oh, that date is my brother's day." The dates, it's about the larger conversation around the season, the time of year, what was typical when you were a kid, how is it now? Like I said before at the beginning, the contrast between when I was in school and you too, Michelle, right, being in school and, like, not having the chance to have other kids celebrate
Yeah.
versus life as an adult, having a
Yeah.
summer birthday. I mean, I talked to the lady drawing my blood for like 5 minutes about this, and we laughed and we connected, and this is life. This is connection here. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. So, wow, we did a lot today. This is a really fun way to connect. Guys, listen to the next episode. Again, that is going to be on the Business English podcast. Again, just because you hear the word business, if you're not in the business world, don't think this isn't for me, because I
Totally.
promise you this episode is also relevant for you.
We promise you. Yeah, 100%, guys. Go over and hit that follow button right now. Open the search bar, type business English, look for the yellow, open the show, hit follow, and then you'll be ready next week. Right, Michelle, when the next episode comes out in the series.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And also remember to hit follow on IELTS because
100%.
we're going to
That's
have one of
coming
those on over there as well. Lots of
in a couple
birthdays.
of weeks. All right, good stuff. So fun talking about this, Michelle. You have a good day. All right.
All right, you too. Bye.
Take care. Bye.